Okay, so my name is Shaylin Gunther, and I am doing a third grade lesson on adjectives. The Iowa Core Standard I am using is explain the functions of nouns and pronouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs in general and their functions in particular sentences. The technology standard I have chosen is that students will use technology to seek feedback that informs and improves their practice and to demonstrate their learning in a variety of ways. The learning objective for this lesson is, after learning about adjectives in the class flow lesson, students will answer the questions on the provided assessment with 90% accuracy. And then we're going to start off the lesson with a kind of like a review quiz of what they already know. So in my hypothetical classroom, we've already discussed nouns and we've already discussed verbs. So this is a set of questions that I've developed that just test them on their nouns and their verbs. We go over it as a class after they've submitted their answers, and we discuss things and I take note of what they still might need help with for the future. After we review that, we do this little activity. It's a drag and drop, and I have 3 boxes on the right for nouns, verbs, and adjectives. I will have students come up to the board with the pen and we will drag the words around to their appropriate box. There should be 3 per box. We will discuss the similarities and differences that we see between nouns, verbs, and adjectives. We'll discuss what they already know and what they think adjectives are. We'll predict what we think they are based on the words that are in the boxes. Each student will probably come up and do one word. There's going to be lots of activities throughout this lesson, so every child in the classroom should be able to come up to the board at least once, if not twice. After that, we're going to watch this video. It's from Schoolhouse Rock. There's a little preview. It talks about the adjectives and what exactly we're going to be doing. It'll give examples about adjectives, and it's just a fun little video to help keep them engaged, and it also gives them a visual. So that goes on for a little while, and then after the video, I'm going to ask the class, what are adjectives? I will have a couple students come up and they will use the pen on the interactive whiteboard, and they will write in this gray box here a definition of an adjective in their own words. So I'm not going to give them the textbook definition until after we've brainstormed some possible ideas of what adjectives are. After we do that, then I will give them the textbook definition. I will give them hints on how to tell what an adjective is and all of that fun stuff. Then we will go on to practice. So the hippo was big. Big is describing the hippo. That's the adjective. I, as the teacher, will circle big. We'll go through all of them. So big, pretty, and purple will be circled on this activity. Then we'll underline the verb and circle the adjective. So I'll have different students come up for the guided practice. The students will take turns circling the verb and underlining the adjective and whatnot. We'll go through each sentence and we'll talk about it. And the next page is we're circling the adjective, underlining the verb, and boxing the noun. So now we're doing all 3 of these types of words that we have currently learned. We're going to practice. This is exactly what the post-test is going to be about on the next slide. So after we go through all the different practices and I answer any questions they might have, we're going to take a post-test to see what they've learned and if I need to do any type of extra instruction or extra practice. It's set up the same. It's multiple choice. It'll be sent to their iPads. There'll be a sentence and they have to identify the adjective and they pick the word multiple choice answer they think is the adjective. They'll do that. And then that will be the end of the adjective lesson that I have for them. Hopefully they learned about adjectives, and I hope that they were engaged throughout the video and the different activities with the circling and underlining and the writing in their own definitions. That is how I used the interactive whiteboard features throughout it and the class flow features as well.